Hello there, my fellow myth and fantasy nerds. My name is Tanner, and I'd like to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. So for this week's video, I've decided to try something just a little bit different. You see, for those of you that aren't aware, in the world of the game Dungeons and Dragons, one of my absolute favorite classes is the Bard class. To recap, in D&D, bards are a spellcasting class who, and I quote, are masters of song, speech, and the magic they contain. Now, one of the spells that bards have access to, and my personal favorite, is a little number called Vicious Mockery. The description of this cantrip, which is basically a spell that can be used over and over and over again as opposed to expending a spell slot, is as follows. You unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature you can see within range, up to 60 feet. If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. The spell's damage increases by 1d4 when you reach 5th level, 2d4, 11th level, 3d4, and 17th level, 4d4. So for this video, because coming up with creative insults can be difficult at times, I figured I'd try my hardest to compile a list of D&D-themed insults that you can use as your vocal component of your bard's vicious mockery. Although, let's be real, a lot of these you could probably use in real life, but I really wouldn't recommend it. Also, be forewarned, I tried to keep these as family friendly as possible, but there are a few that might be a little too PG-13, so watch at your own risk. So as always, please make sure to leave a like on this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe down below. Pretty please! It'll help me make more content for you. And without further ado, here are 50 insults for vicious mockery. Has your voice always been that rough, or did you use Alchemist's fire as mouthwash? Okay, why don't you give me your weapon so I can hit myself with it? At least that'd be more effective than you using it. You couldn't pour water out of a boot with the instructions on the heel. You know, your bark is worse than your bite, but your rancid breath is worse than both. Were you always that ugly, or did you fall face first into a vat of acid? Okay, you aren't nearly pretty enough to be that stupid. I'd insult you, but apparently Mother Nature beat me to it. Apparently somewhere a village is missing its idiot. I thought breath weapons were supposed to come out of your mouth. You're so dumb, if a mind flayer tried to feed on you, they'd starve to death. Some people are dropped on their heads as babies, but apparently you were thrown against a wall. Your face could be used to cast Tasha's hideous laughter. Did your mother have to cast darkness to feed you? When you play hide and seek, no one looks for you. May all the chocolate chips in your cookies turn out to be raisins. I don't usually engage in battles of wits with one so obviously unarmed, but I suppose I can make an exception. It's incredible! You bring such joy to a room simply by leaving it. You smell so bad you can make an Otyugh lose its appetite, and they eat garbage. You're very much like a caltrop. You do more damage when you fall down. You're as dumb as a troll and half as charming. When a wizard casts detect thoughts on you, do they wonder why it didn't work? Is that fat butt all natural, or was your mother a drider? All the magic in all the world, and none of it can fix that. You know, they say two wrongs don't make a right. Take your parents as an example. If I wanted to hear something from a mouth like yours, I'd fart. The only thing you've ever defeated were your parents' high expectations. Until I met you, I didn't think the gods ever made mistakes. You're so stupid, you need help just to add single digits. Please, you aren't half the man your mother is. Hey, do you know the difference between a sea hag and your mother? Apparently, neither did your father. What's the difference between you and Rapunzel? Rapunzel lets down her hair, and you let down everyone else around you. You're so full of crap, you need a laxative just to talk. Did someone hit you with Melf's acid arrow, or have you always looked like that? Oh, please. We all know this encounter will end with that weapon stuck where the sun don't shine. Whose shrine did you take a whiz on to get cursed with a face like that? You know, some people are said to have sticks up their butts. You, however, have the entire tree up yours. Are all your weapons this pathetic? Please, I've had bathroom breaks that took more effort than this interaction. Looks like when they were filling your mold, they forgot to stop. Looks like when they were filling your mold, they stopped halfway through. Can we go back to the tavern? Looking at this is the best excuse to drink I've ever seen. Hey, barbarian, you call that a rage? I've seen flumps that were more terrifying. Did a wizard curse you, or did you pick that outfit yourself? You? A warlock? What poor eldritch horror is regretting that decision? Are you part dragon? Because that is one powerful breath weapon. Thank you for that warning arrow, but after the last 5, you might want to try aiming better. Oof, did you just cast Stinking Cloud, or did you just have some bad tavern food? You are so ugly, a succubus told you she wants to be just friends. You seem awfully familiar. Hey, remember that rotting black dragon corpse we saw the other day? That's the same smell, right? And there we have it. That was 50 insults for vicious mockery. If you liked this video and you want more, please consider leaving a like and subscribing down below so you don't miss any new content from me. So what did you think of these insults? Are there any you can think of that might be fun to use? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you have any other ideas you want to see in any future videos, please leave those suggestions in the comments as well. Who knows? It might just happen. Alright. Well, that's all the time I have for this video, so I'll see you all next week with some brand new content for ya. See you guys then.